Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, last week we made a hole. Long hole, deep hole. So this week we need to finish the hole. Rather, make it a usable hole as opposed to just a big tunnel through into the darkness. So, I think for that we should get some more steel. Guess I will do that and come back. Okay. I can leave that on now. That looks good. So, guess we can also go ahead and turn these off, or I guess just delete them, because we no longer need them. Yeah, actually we're pretty good on stuff. Okay. So, probably have some steel. Yeah, I've got several plate. Though actually, no, we'll take a couple of them. So, I did some thinking and some, looking about with Spectator Cam in between episodes. Turns out, this area, we are maybe like a foot from the outside at the end of this tunnel. We very nearly busted through. And I had the thought, well, we're so close to busting through, and it would be kind of nice to have a separate area to dock large ships that doesn't obstruct the main hangar. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually rebuild my drill rig here. If I can find the button. Yes, that's the griddle end. So I'm going to rebuild our drill rig and then just punch this hole all the way out to the outside. That looks about center of the circle. So yeah, we should... Actually, here. I'll make my life a little easier this time. Because we have the base over here, and it's not that far away, we'll just do it from the base. That way I don't have to worry about separate power supply and all that jazz. And because I know these tunnels are already aligned to the base, I know I'm still aligned correctly. So, oh, come on. Yeah, that should be good. I need the bits for these, which I cannot get because I'm full of steel. Okay. That's at least some of the bits. Ow. It is odd that it didn't fill me up. Okay, there it goes. I should have enough of this because as you saw, I got rid of the previous stuff. Did that? I think it was still here at the end of last episode, so that is now newly gone. But, yeah, it's not that important. Okay, so we got that, and while we're here, let's get stuff for a seat. Should be mostly good. Finish that. Finish that just for the heck of it. And there. So 5 more computers. Should have those. Unless I used... I think it was that seed I used. There we go. It just didn't fit, I guess. Okay. So... oh. That is the downside of doing this. We now see everything on the entire base. Is this... that's a different piston, okay. Let's name you piston drill. So, if I look up... yes, piston drill. Reverse. And... negative point... we'll do 0.2, it shouldn't matter. And then... oh, and... okay. Here's a good... so in the comments on the previous video, asked about the connecting to the base, and I've just found another reason why it's not actually the best idea. So, if I go over here and look out my lovely bay window, see all those drills on the mining ship? Those drills, when I use the toggle button to right-click drill, because you have to select the drills group, it does all drills, so those drills are going to be running too. That shouldn't be a problem. Oh, and actually, there are 2. Wonder if one's large grid and small grid. Hard to know. Yeah, we'll find out what happens here. But that is a another benefit for doing these aligned to a grid but separate from them is it allows you to do things and find things much easier because you aren't having to sort through the entire grid, your entire base and all of its equipment. So I've got that. Is there anything else? Don't guess so. So, 9. Oh, right. I was saying and forgot. The other thing I'm going to try, from a comment, I was told that the trick for keeping the drill drilling while you're going is the K menu, not the G menu, which I think is what I tried before. So, first, let's see if this drills. Yes. Then, if I hit K, I've let my hand off of the right trigger and it's still drilling. Okay. Ah. Well, that's vindication for whoever commented that. I forget your name. I should have checked. That does work. So, now I can just sit here hands-free. Shame it's only for this single piston job and not the things that took me an hour to drill. Oh, there's daylight. This... yeah, we should reach all the way out to bore a smooth hole. So, I guess I should explain... well, I said briefly, the reason I'm doing this is I want somewhere to dock a large ship. My thought was, if I have this kind of off this tunnel, I can make a little gangway out there. I'm going to move... well, sort of move. I'm going to move some of the piping that currently connects the ship over to here. That way I can have a long pipe that goes out. I can have sort of walkway on top of it, which is what I'm planning on doing in this entire tunnel. And then ships can come in and out in the hangar without having to dodge the large ship in the way. And it gives another little area to come out and, like, look out on the sunset and whatnot. You know, I live underground, but I want it to be an interesting place to live, even with it mostly being protected. Okay. And then it turns off once I hop out. Also handy. So, and that should do. Another little hole I can come out of. It is rather large, so I may put like a blast cap at the end with a door. Just for a bit of protection, but I may not. We'll see how it looks. Real quick though, because that is so close. Let's go see what this is about. Okay, you're not one of the rolling ones. What do I get? Some rainbow boots. I probably already had them. Ooh. But I get a second prize. Got $294 dues, 41 steel plate, and 1 computer. And that makes it all worth it. Okay. So, I feel like my welder's higher than normal. Yeah, that doesn't look quite right. Yeah, well. So, now that we've done this, I'm going to get rid of this drill. Then we can start. I think the first thing I'm going to do is the airlock on the stairwell side here. Just because I want to be able to pressurize the base again. And could get rid of that stuff, but then I need to just get more stuff, so. Okay. So I think how I'll do it. So we'll do a wall like that. I'm debating if I want to do a style like the front or if I want to do a style like back here. These are nice because it allows more people through. And it's a little bit easier because they're all whole blocks, so it's easy to shape up in a line. But, because you'll see it from in here with that one. There's also that door. And this is sort of the more industrial, I guess, area, because you're going underground fully. Yeah, we'll do a full 2-block sliding door airlock. And that means I can just have, actually it does a couple good things. So one, I can just have the catwalks and stuff begin straight off the end of the airlock. And two, I can run my pipe directly underneath because those doors have a floor of their own. Which, let's dig ourselves back down. So, I want this part connected to the base, but I want the pipe to be running along the floor here, kind of at the level of these blocks. So, I need to make a little hole here and then bring it up. Actually, it looks like this is aligned right along where that pipe is, so my best bet for connection. It's probably just a straight line here. Yeah, like so. I'm gonna need a bunch of interior plate, aren't I? Let's finish up laying this out first, I guess. We can get rid of those bits. And then what I'm thinking is doing the sort of cap along so that you can't see the kind of ugly liney bits of the actual base. Nope, I'm out of steel. Yeah, so you'll kind of come out here, come out and it's just a solid wall at the end of the tunnel that you can't see beyond. Dump everything there. Take 50 of those. All of those. That should be enough to line everything up. Actually, wait. I don't need these at all, because, again, the doors have walls. We'll leave this one here just because I do need something to connect this wall with this wall. And I have to block off this whole side anyway, so I might as well. So, there we go. When it's finished, this will be fully enclosed. Right up to here, I'll have my pipe coming from here that I can go ahead and start. Oh, except... we'll start it from this... Yeah, we can start it from this end because I can still escape. We'll do a conveyor there just for the sake of fun. That way it looks like from the outside the pipe is disappearing under as a pipe as opposed to as a, you know, it's not going into a connector, it's just pipe running underneath. That'll make sense later. Can I fit you? No. Okay, but I can build you. And... junction tube. Okay. So from out here, we just have this long, straight section of pipe running along to here, where we'll have a junction, partially to create a mounting point for a catwalk. And then we just continue our tube out this way for a mile. I think, yeah, that's about as far as it is over there. And the wall, actually the wall's at about the same spot, but that should be fine. Maybe just like that, and one of those for fun. And what I may actually do is make... oh, I'm low on things. Not hydrogen, but energy. So what I may do is make this part full block as a sort of a long little tongue thing, maybe with a beam supporting it down. Then this could be, you know, you could, I want to be at the level of the connector so I can sort of walk right up to the connector and, you know, get right at the hull of a ship that is docked. Okay. Now that I think about, oh, I need power before I think. But just realized too, that cover wall doesn't need to be full blocks like I've made it. It has been a couple about a week since I did the last episode. So I've sort of forgotten how to play Space Engineers effectively. But if I make these half blocks, it'll still have the same effect, but for a much lower cost of steel. And I guess if you wanted, you could do panels for these as well. With the panel blocks, they would work just as well. The only issue there is, the texture is slightly different. So, like this one's a full block just to connect them all. It would be pretty obvious that it is a full block. But if you don't care or you just design around that, be a good alternative. Uh-oh. Let's run out in a place I can get more from. So, my thought with this, and I need construction components to place them, my thought was, because this cavern kind of turned out perfectly aligned anyway, I do kind of want to keep it open, the sort of round tunnel feel. I think it'll look cool. So, what I'm going to do is I'll have this piping here, and I'm not 100% on if I'm going to continue the pipe all the way back to the elevator. I might set up so that I could connect it if I want. But for the moment, I don't know. Because this part isn't that bad. The issue is it's a very long shaft up that would also all need to be piped to make it at all worthwhile. Would be nice to have piping up there, because then I could put turrets and whatnot up there. But that's going to be a lot of material. And for the amount of material, I don't know if it's worth having a turret, considering most of the time I'll be down here, hidden away. Okay. So go ahead, take construction components and that. We'll definitely need more for to finish all this, but that should allow us to place them. Yeah. And you can kind of get a feel for it even without them being welded. So you'll have this area with just the open rock, sort of like walking through a big cave. You'll be able to see through the grating, the piping running underneath. Then, once you get here, you're at this T intersection. You've got that way that goes out. We'll place one of those. So you can walk this way. And we'll get rid of that one. There might be... I think there should be a wall there to preserve some of the mystery. But there'll be a wall there with a door and maybe a window. But in general, I'll have that capped. I guess actually I have steel, so I can do that. And this one probably should be full block because you'll be able to see it. Slight change of plans. This should connect, yes. So, that'll take you up to the level of the walkway out here. And allow me to attach that. Then we have that. Cap it with these. I guess the pipe could be going through a conveyor junction, but I may change that later if I decide that it makes it look weird. But yeah. So we'll have that. We'll have a door there and maybe windows here and here. And then our line of blocks coming out to there. Yeah. And up, I already have a door. Do one of those. So door, window on each side. You'll be able to see out to the sky from here. And then go up and actually come out front, look around, walk out to whatever ship is docked here. Yeah, I think that works well. Then, how many? 15 things left. Guess we can start the run. So, the other direction goes this way. Not as many as I can go, but this will go over here to the elevator shaft and line up so that you walk along this, get to the door of the elevator, and can take it up. And I may also put a wall cap there, but I may not. Because that, you know, it's underground, so it'll be kind of fun to look into a big, terrifying death tunnel. Oh. So I've assembled plenty of construction components. They're just in the assembler. Okay. And this also will be the connection between the base and the elevator shaft. So this will be how we carry power. Just because we can. It would be nice to make it a little bit more robust looking. And if I run pipes, it may become more robust looking. But I think for now this will be good. What I can do, yes, with my 37 steel, kind of connect that there. I think this should be good. I want to bring the steel back along to this wall. Like so. Can I... Yes, I can connect there. I can connect there. Let me modify how I do these a bit. So, I want my steel to be as far against this wall as possible, because this is going to be the line that runs up to the tower and that I build the pistons off of. So I want as much clearance as possible so that the bulk of the elevator car is kind of in the middle of the tunnel. Which means, here, if I adjust this, get my half things, and I need this for this block. So what I can do, kind of run like that, then use half blocks here, which will give me more clearance. Like so. Yes. That should make it a nice big hole. And mean that I don't have to... need that one. I don't have to do any shrinking, well, much shrinking of the elevator car. If it fits through this hole, it'll fit everywhere in the elevator shaft. Ignoring the fact that this is actually... Here. That should be there. So, the door of the elevator car will come right up to here. That'll be where it connects at the lower floor. Then it will raise up through the tunnel. Oh, these will be part of it, sort of. All the way up. And up even higher than this, because I'll have the tower part. Maybe like here? That's where I want it. So part of my thought too, I have the tower up here. Along this ridge line, I'm going to build a line of wind turbines. That way I have a better power supply than just the few turbines that are down at the bottom of the little hangar exit. Because those work well, but I think I'll want more power here. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. Now, I need a lot more steel. That should be enough. So, I can just start building my steel blocks. We should be good. Though it's not as quick as I thought it would be, so... Actually, no, I need to know my fuel. So we'll just go with this, and... This will probably be... This may be a time-lapse, this may just be a cut, if it's atrocious to look at. Uh-oh. Well, not much I can do about this. Here we go. Oh, I may bump the... Nope. All the way down to the bottom. Okay. Well, at least it's quicker to get there now. In fact, I can walk most of the way. Except for I can't see. Sit there for a while. It'll go away eventually. Right at a fair distance, though. Okay. On with the Hey! We're now connected up with the original tower. So I guess, you know, what we can do... How much steel? I've got a bunch. So we can go ahead and lay out how we want this tower to be. So So... get rid of those. So what I'm thinking... 3 on each side there. Three there. 3 here. Then... not one there, but 3 here. And actually 3 below it. Just so the base of the tower lines up. And then... we connect them. So it could be 2 of those. Or... yeah, we'll use these. Uh-oh. That's gone awry. Okay, well, we'll just build these on this side. So, use some of those. Some of these. To make a nice curved tower. And then we'll still have some area that's flat that I can put windows in. Though, for the most part, this part is actually going to still be tower? Or not tower, still be elevator shaft. And then once we get up, I don't know, I may make this maybe a little bit higher. Yes. So, we'll have this nice tall tower, and at the top of it, we'll have sort of a flying saucer shape. It's going to take me a minute to lay out, so I'll just describe it. But, a flying saucer shape, the elevator comes up in the middle of the floor, and then you can walk around the edges, it'll be all glass. So you can look out on the beautiful surroundings. And it's high enough that I should be able to make just a straight line of blocks coming off that tower over to here. That will be for the wind turbine farm. So, yeah. Maybe do... finish up down here, but I'm going to need more steel to make it happen. So this will just be so I remember what I'm doing. Yeah. So I'll have big tower coming up, connecting to big dishy thing with a lovely panorama view of this valley and the lake. I think that'll be pretty good. So, I think that'll call it for today. There's not amazing motion to show, so we'll just look up at the planets. So, yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to check out any of the other stuff I've done. Until next week, bye-bye.